Right now, a parasite is spreading through fresh produce across the United States, and it's landing people in the hospital. It's called Cyclospora, and this summer, it's showing up in salads, herbs, and cold restaurant food in over 30 states. The people most likely to end up in a hospital bed are older adults. So if you care for an aging parent, a spouse, or a neighbor who eats salad, this matters to you. I'm going to tell you what this parasite actually is, the one warning sign that separates it from ordinary food poisoning, why your doctor probably won't test for it, and the cheap medicine that clears it in about a week. Let's start with the numbers. As of mid-July 2026, the CDC has confirmed 843 cases across more than 30 states, but state health departments tell a bigger story. Over 4,000 cases nationwide. Michigan alone has more than 1,500. That's roughly 30 times what the state normally sees in an entire year. There have been no deaths, but there have been dozens of hospitalizations, and the true number of sick people is almost certainly higher because many recover without ever being tested. Now here's the first thing you need to understand, and it's good news. You cannot catch this from another person. When someone is infected, what leaves their body isn't contagious yet. The parasite has to sit outside, in soil, on produce, in water, for 1 to 2 weeks before it can infect anyone. So if you're caring for someone who's sick, you will not get it by being near them, hugging them, or cleaning up after them. That single fact should take a lot of fear out of the room. Hold on to it. So how does it get you? Through raw food. Past outbreaks have been traced to raspberries, basil, cilantro, snow peas, bagged salad mixes, and leafy greens. Notice the pattern. Every single one is something we eat raw. That's the key to protecting your family, and I'll give you the checklist at the end. Now, how do you know if this is what you have versus a normal stomach bug? Here's the tell. Ordinary food poisoning hits you within hours and burns out fast. This parasite is slow. It can take about a week after you eat the contaminated food before you feel anything, and it doesn't pass in a day. Left untreated, it can drag on for weeks, in a maddening pattern where you feel better, think it's over, and then it comes roaring back. If you had diarrhea, thought you beat it, and then it returned, that is a red flag. Get tested, and here's the part that could change everything for your family. Your doctor probably won't catch it. Cyclospora slips past standard testing. A routine stool test frequently misses it. Many common lab panels don't even look for it. And because the parasite comes and goes, a single sample can come back clean even when someone is infected. So here's exactly what to say to your doctor. Don't just say, "I have diarrhea." Say this: given the current Cyclospora outbreak, can we test specifically for Cyclospora using a modified acid-fast stain or a stool PCR panel that includes it? Write that sentence down. Put it on the fridge. That one sentence tells the doctor to order the right test instead of the default one. Now let's talk about who is truly at risk, because the danger isn't really the parasite, it's dehydration. In a healthy adult, this is miserable but survivable. In an older adult, days of fluid loss can spiral fast into weakness, dizziness, kidney trouble, and falls. Think about what that means. A parasite in a salad could become a fall. A fall could become a broken hip. A broken hip could become a hospital stay and a permanent loss of independence. That's the real stakes here. So the moment this hits the news, the internet fills up with parasite cleanse cures. Wormwood, black walnut, oregano oil, garlic, papaya seeds. Let me be honest with you, the way I would tell my own mother. There is no published human study showing that any of these herbal remedies treat this parasite. Not one. The CDC treatment guidance does not list a single herb. And here is why that can hurt someone you love. If a frail older adult skips the proven medicine and sips bitter herbal tea for 3 weeks while the diarrhea grinds on, they are not doing something harmless. They are walking straight toward dehydration, kidney injury, and a fall. So what actually works? A cheap decades-old antibiotic. It is usually taken for 7 to 10 days. It is on every pharmacy shelf, and most people feel dramatically better within days. 2 honest cautions. If you are allergic to sulfa drugs, tell your doctor. The alternatives are weaker, and this needs a real conversation. And do not grab over-the-counter anti-diarrhea pills without asking, because they can actually trap the parasite inside you and drag the illness out longer. Now, prevention. And I have to break a comfortable myth first. Washing is not enough. This parasite clings tightly to produce, especially in the little crevices of bumpy fruit like raspberries. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Chlorine and the usual sanitizers do not kill it either. So, the produce wash you trust, it helps a little. It does not protect you. What actually protects you is heat. Cooking kills the parasite. So during an outbreak like this one, cooked greens and herbs are the safest. Favor whole heads of lettuce over pre-washed bagged mixes, and throw away the outer leaves. Wash produce anyway, it still helps. Clean your cutting boards, wash your hands. And there's one more question worth asking. Why now? Why is this outbreak so big? Here are the documented facts. In 2025, federal food safety surveillance was scaled back, and reporting this particular parasite was made optional. Food safety agencies saw staffing cuts, and a rule designed to trace contaminated food back to its source quickly was delayed. Now, I want to be fair. No one has proven those cuts caused this outbreak. In fact, the CDC says it has no evidence yet that all these cases are one single coordinated outbreak. But here's the honest, non-political takeaway. When you track fewer parasites and trace food more slowly, outbreaks get spotted later and counted less completely, which means the real number of sick people is probably higher than what you're being told. And it's exactly why knowing what to ask your doctor matters more this year, not less. So, let me bring this home. Here's your checklist. 1. Dehydration is the enemy. Watch for dizziness, dry mouth, dark urine, confusion, and weakness. Push fluids. 2. If symptoms drag on or come back, use that sentence. Ask your doctor to test specifically for Cyclospora. 3. In the kitchen, cook your produce when you can. Skip the bagged salads during the outbreak, and buy whole heads of lettuce. 4. And the reassurance you will not catch this from the person you're caring for. That's the whole job, really. Pay honest attention. Ask the right questions. Keep water close. And check on the people who might be too proud or too tired to check on themselves. If this helped you, do 2 things. Subscribe, so other families get these briefings. And share this with one person who eats salad.